Hey everybody, welcome to World Warrior, a real play RPG show where we play a campaign using the Street Fighter system released by White Wolf in the 90s. It's set in the Street Fighter world, or actually in the fighting game world, or maybe even perhaps the video game world, who knows. Today we have a new player, someone who is starting for the first time, first appearance in the RPG, but hopefully the first of many appearances in the RPG. Who are you? Do you want to introduce yourself and the name of your character?
Hello, everybody. My name is HaBeFaStro, and let me just say I am so happy to be here, and I play the character of SHYOTAZ from Wales.
Okay, so without further ado, let us start the adventure. And if you guys heard the last podcast, I had a script in the beginning, so my English seemed to be much better than usual, and I do have a script again, so my English will maybe be better than usual again. Let's see. So it starts like this. Cardiff, the capital of Wales. On a poor neighborhood lies what was once a boxing gym. Even during its glory, it didn't have much more than an old, dusty ring for sparring and a very limited area for exercise. Apparently their room on the second floor of a dilapidated building was originally occupied by a tailor, so it was never designed for the type of action one would expect from that kind of sport. Nevertheless, a boxing gym it was, though for a little more than a couple of years until it was bankrupt and promptly, what a difficult word, abandoned by its owners. For several months it stayed like that, unable to find anyone interested in investing in such a poor neighborhood or make use of the abandoned apparatus left behind from when it was known as John Richards Boxing Academy. Alas, eventually someone interested did appear, a local by the name of SHYOTAZ that decided to invest all of his savings to bring that gym back to life. This time as his official arena for the Street Fighter World Championship. It is now first and foremost his place of training, but the ambition is to eventually host small tournaments on the venue, perhaps attracting some important names who wish to test their strength against other warriors from around the world. That at least is the promise made by SHYOTAZ's manager, Mr. Hanabero, who seems to be extremely dedicated in his task of elevating his client to the highest levels of fame among the participants of the Street Fighter tournaments. So now, take a moment to introduce SHYOTAZ and tell people briefly about his story. Say things that one would know by searching his public records. Don't say inner things, but what is publicly know about him.
SHYOTAZ is a down-on-his-luck former professional fighter who used to just joke around with his fights. Sometimes he played the part of a overly good guy, sometimes he played the part of an overly bad guy. Then he teamed up with some very promising young participants in the tournaments he would often go to, but he was not too good of a martial artist on his own, so his teammates turned on him and kicked him out of the group and thus took the glory for themselves. So in a quest for revenge, he prepped himself to get stronger. He trained day in and day out, and then one day he challenged them both to a 2-on-1 match, and it was surprising how much he had improved, to the point where the other two had to resort to cheating to get an upper hand on him. Later on, his two ex-tag team partners realized that was not the right thing to do, and what they had done was not right to him either. So everyone starts fighting in earnest. SHYOTAZ loses, but takes his defeat with grace, and then walks away looking for balance in his life. And thus, he has joined a dojo of a rather upcoming, yet quite promising sensei known as Rei Real Ryuga. What SHYOTAZ did not know was that Miss Ryuga is quite a dirty fighter, she wins all of her matches by using the most cheapest, most dirtiest tactics that anyone could ever find. SHYOTAZ did not approve of this and was thus immediately and brutally punished and kicked out of the dojo. And so now he's gotten all of his possessions taken away from him by Ryuga. He's just got no luck with money. But a former mentor of his finds him and promises to be his manager that can help him get back to his former glory. And so he's been working several odd jobs, trying everything he can to raise up enough money for this prospect. And now he's close to $1,000.
Bison dollars.
He has 1,000 bison dollars.
Exactly, 1,000 bison dollars. So at this moment, we find SHYOTAZ sparring with his old tag team partner, a boxer by the name of George, who's very supportive of SHYOTAZ's new ambitions and is his oldest, most loyal, and most dedicated friend. George is like, he's not his friend from childhood, but it feels like it. They are very, very close, and they are currently sparring. So we're gonna start this in a fight. And you're supposed to roll wits. Do you know what is your wits? You check your character sheet and you can see that you have 3 points in wits, right? That means you roll 3 dice.
Okay, 3 dice.
Okay, so normally we would only see how many dice you get, a 6 or higher. So if this was a normal roll, you rolled a 6, a 2, and an 8. That would be 2 successes. So if this was a normal roll, you would roll your 3 dice and you would say you got 2 successes. Okay, but this is not a normal roll. In this specific case, we're actually counting the number, so it's 16. It's far more than his 5. So you will go first. Now this is an official fight. Actually, they are sparring, but it counts as an official fight. And a fight lasts for 10 rounds maximum. Okay, so you're gonna start and you can perform an attack. You can throw a punch, you can throw a kick, you can try to grab, or you can do one of your special maneuvers, which are your special moves. You can do anything. So tell me, how do you want to attack George the boxer?
I want to go for a kick.
Okay, so when you're throwing a kick, you're gonna roll your dexterity value plus your kick value minus his defense value. So I'll tell you that his defense value is, drum rolls, actually this mother bucker doesn't seem to have a defense value because this is one of the characters in the book that doesn't really have a complete character sheet. So I'm just gonna make it something up. I'm gonna say it's the same as you. About that? So it's gonna be the same as you. So your defense, your block is 2. So let's say he has 2 too. So you're gonna roll dexterity, which is 3, plus kick, which is 3, so 6, minus his block, which is 2, so 4. So you're gonna roll 4 dice.
Okie dokie, 4.
But before you roll, you need at least 1 success to land the kick. Remember, every time you roll a die, I gotta remember that dice is singular and dice is plural, right? I gotta remember that. So every time you roll a die, before you do that, you can choose to use a willpower. When you use a willpower, you already have 1 success. Also, after you roll, you can choose to roll 1 extra die by using a chi value. Now you should keep track of your chi and your willpower. Okay, you have 3 chi, you have 4 willpower. When you use one, you lose it for a while. So I'm gonna ask you this time, and I expect you to know this the other times. Do you want to use a willpower or not?
I choose not to use a willpower.
Okay, then you roll your 4 dice. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna tell you that his health is 10 points. And so you roll your 4 dice. Can you tell me what did you get out of those 4 dice?
I got a 20.
No, we don't add them. We just look for the dice that has 6 or higher, and we count those.
Okay, then I've got a 7, an 8, a 4, and a 1.
No, but the answer you should give me is I got a 2, because you got a 7 and an 8, and those two are higher than 6. Okay?
Okay, I understand.
Except you also got a 1. And 1s cancel successes. So you have 2, but you got a 1, so you have 1. So out of these 4 dice, you got 1. Okay, that will be the answer.
Yes, 1.
But 1 is enough. 1 means you hit. So now that your kick landed, now we're gonna see damage. So for damage, you're gonna roll your strength plus your kick minus his stamina. And his stamina, he has a stamina value, is 4.
Alrighty. That would make like 2, right?
That'll be 2 for kick, for strength, plus 5 for kick, that's 5, minus 4 for his stamina, so 1.
Oh, 1.
So you're rolling 1. Remember, you can use a willpower to have 1 success, or you can, after rolling, decide to use a cheat to add an extra die.
Once again, I'm going to decline using willpower or chi.
Okay, then go for your 1 die.
Rolling. I got an 8.
So that means you got a success. So
yes.
That means you will do 1 damage to him. Do you want to use a chi to try to make it 2 damage?
No, thank you.
Okay, then 1 damage. So now he goes to 9. Can you tell me how that kick was exactly? Just some flavor?
Alright, then the kick was prepped in a very Bruce Lee manner. Doing a small dance, prepping myself, getting my adrenaline pumping, my eyes set on my opponent, and thus I do a simple, but if successful, quite damaging thrust kick aimed right for his torso.
So your kick lands. For a moment you see his guard going down, and you take that one moment to land a powerful kick on his torso. You can see he kind of makes a from the heat, but he's smiling. He's your friend. You guys are sparring. He's happy that you're going. You're doing your best against him, because that means he can also do his best, and you guys can both improve together. So now it's his turn, and he's gonna try to do a headbutt. So for that, he's gonna roll 2 dice minus your block, your defense. What is your block?
2.
Okay, so 2 dice minus the block, that will be 0, but we always let them have at least 1 chance. So he's gonna roll 1 dice, except he will use one of his 6 willpowers, so he goes to 5. So he already has a success, and he will also use his 1 chi, so he will roll 2 dice, and he rolls a success. So he lands the hit. So now that he landed the hit, he's gonna go for damage on the headbutt. Now damage is gonna be... Headbutt is very powerful. Headbutt is 11 dice. Plus, he's gonna use willpowers. So he goes to 4 willpower, and he already has 1 success. But that's 11 minus your stamina. What's your stamina?
My stamina is 3.
Okay, so it's 11 minus 3, so it's 9, right? No, 8.
Right.
8. So it's 8 dice.
Yeah, 8.
8, but he already has a success because he chose to use a willpower. And he gets, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but he also got a 1, so 5. But he did get a success, so 6. He has a willpower, that's what I mean. So 6 damage to you. So your max health is 10, right?
Yes.
So that means you lose 6 points of life, so you go to 4 points of life. And if you get damage more than your stamina level, you also get dizzy. And since he successfully land a hit that caused 6 damage to you, which is double your stamina level, you are dizzy. So you now have 4 life and you're dizzy. So it's your turn, but you don't act because you're dizzy. And now it's his turn again. But he will not attack you during your dizzy state. He's your friend, it's not a fair thing. So he's just gonna say, come on, come on, come on. You're stronger than that, man, you're stronger than that. And now it's your turn again.
Oh, I appreciate you not going for me when I'm all dizzy like this, but I have to question, why would you give me a headbutt? You're a boxer, for Pete's sake.
Yo, but we're not fighting boxing, are we? You said you wanted to be a street fighter. Isn't that the reason why you stopped fighting? You wanted to be a street fighter. You said you got a manager and you asked him to help you become a street fighter. I'm fighting by street fighter rules, man. That's why you asked me to come here, to help you train to be a street fighter. Also, by the way, I realize you have 11 health, right? You don't have 10 health.
Oh.
So you have 5 points of health, not 4.
Yeah. 5 points.
So, are you just talking or are you acting?
I'm acting. I'm saying, you're right. Okay, I'm all cleared up. Just gotta get my head in the game. You're right, I'm seeking the way of the street fighters. So, you best be prepared, because I'm not holding back anymore now.
And your action?
My action is I go for a suplex.
Okay, so suplex is a grab and has a bonus of 0 speed, so just a normal grab. So you're gonna roll your dexterity plus your grab minus his athletics. And since it doesn't have a value for athletics, he's gonna use your value for athletics, which is 1. So you use your dexterity plus your grab. So 3 for dexterity, 3 for grab, minus 1, that is his athletics, so 5 dice.
Yep, 5 dice.
And I'm gonna remind you for the last time, you can always use a willpower to have an automatic success, and you can always use a cheat. Cheat you can even do after rolling to add an extra die.
Okay, so this time I am gonna use a willpower.
Okay, so you already have 1 success, and do keep in mind you lose that willpower for a while, for now. And roll your dice normally, but also count 1 extra success.
Okay.
Was that a roll? That's an old
That was
one.
a roll.
Okay, so that was a roll. So that roll, how many successes you got? Let's see if you can count them.
You say that 1 counts as a success, right?
The number 1 is the opposite. Number 1 erases a success.
Oh, then in that case, I have only 1 actual success, which becomes negated by the 1, meaning that the willpower is the only success I've gotten.
Yes, meaning that the willpower saved you. So
yes.
You will land your attack because of the willpower. And since your attack is landing, do you want to read the description of your attack?
Yes. The suplex is a relatively fast grab move. The fighter lunges forward, grabs her opponent, and then twists around to fall backwards. By arching her back, the wrestler slams the opponent's head into the ground and simultaneously cushions the wrestler's own fall.
Okay, so now you're gonna roll for damage. Now damage is your strength plus your grab plus the 2 bonus that suplex has minus the opponent's stamina, and again he's gonna use your stamina. Oh no, he has his own stamina. He has 4.
Minus 4, so 3.
So that'll be your damage. So this time you got 2 10s and a 2, that means 2 successes. So that's 2 damage, unless you want to use a chi point to maybe try to get a little more damage out of this.
Yeah, I'll use a chi point. Rolling.
Ooh, that was bad. That was a 1. So that extra die is actually gonna make you do less damage. Instead of 2, you're gonna do 1 damage. So that was bad. That was a bad roll. He goes to only 8 health.
Well, that's a shame, but...
Although you did a very impressive attack, perhaps because it's your friend, although you said you're not gonna hold back anymore, I think subconsciously you still held back, and you didn't suplex him as well as you could, as well as you should. And he actually noticed that, and he say, "We call that a suplex, man? My grandma would suplex me harder than that. Come on, fight seriously."
Pardon, I'm still a little dizzy from the headbutt you traumatized me with.
He took only 1 damage, but this maneuver does causes a knockdown, which means that he takes a little while to get up from the ground, and he actually has a -2 penalty for his next attack. And his next attack is, as he is getting up from the ground, he's gonna try to jab you on your chin. So the jab is gonna be 4 minus your block, which is?
My block is 2.
2. Okay, so actually it's 2 minus 2 because of the knockdown -2. So that would be -2, but he always gets at least 1 die. So only 1. And he does not get it. He gets up way too slow. You can dodge that jab easily, and it's your turn again. Oh, also I should keep track of the turns. I think this is turn 3, right?
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, it's turn 3. Okay. So finish turn 3.
I think you're the one holding back and everything. I could easily dodge that attack. My dead dog could easily dodge that attack. So I attempt another kick.
Okay, so it's gonna be your dexterity plus your kick minus his block. He's gonna use your block value because he doesn't have his own block value.
Wait. Actually, can I take that back?
Yes, you can.
I'd like to do the combo kick and haymaker.
Oh, actually, you start doing the kick, and then if you land the kick, you can try a haymaker.
Okay, so I'll shoot for that. Roundhouse kick, which will be followed by a haymaker.
Okay, so do your kick, which is dexterity plus kick minus his block, and his block is 2.
Dexterity plus kick minus his thing. So altogether that's 6, and you said -2?
Yes.
So that's 4.
Correcto.
And rolling. I've got 3 successes.
You only needed 1, so your hit has landed. Now you roll for damage. Damage is strength plus kick minus his stamina. Now he does have a lot of stamina. He has 4 points in stamina.
Ooh. So that leaves me with only 1.
Unless he uses willpower to have an automatic success, or a chi to have 1 extra die, or even both.
You know, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for a chi. I got 2 successes. Yes!
Okay. So he goes to 6 health, and you land your roundhouse kick, and you do have a combo which is kick into haymaker, so now you can try a haymaker. Now, a word about combos. In the way the game is developed, when you do a combo, you actually get a bonus in speed for the next attack. But again, the way we're playing, that doesn't really work. So at first, I decided that your first hit on the combo would be on a -2, and then -3, and so on and so forth. And then I decided, actually -1, then -2. Then I decided that there wouldn't be any negative value for the first one, only later. And now I've changed my mind again. So combos don't have any penalties to speed anymore, but they don't make the opponent dizzy unless they are specifically dizzy combos. So you can roll your haymaker as normal without penalties, but you won't dizzy him. So your haymaker has, but the thing is that haymaker does have a negative value, so it's -2 speed. So haymaker is a punch technique, so you're gonna roll dexterity plus punch -2 because of the haymaker. But he does not get to roll block this time. He does not get to use block because it's part of a combo. And I just really decided this right now. But I think it's a good idea.
I think it's fair.
So dexterity plus punch -2 because of haymaker.
Okay then. So 2 dice it is. And I've got 2 successes.
You only needed 1, so now you go for damage. But since you landed the haymaker, do you want to read about haymaker?
Yes, I do. Haymaker. The fighter actually winds up like a baseball pitcher to deliver this crude yet powerful punch. She first reaches as far down to the ground as she can without overbalancing herself. Then she whips her fist in a wide arc over her own head and directly into her opponent's. The momentum imparted by the wide overhead swing imparts tremendous force to this maneuver. Because of the windup required, it is hard to move while executing this maneuver.
Okay, so now for damage. Damage is your strength plus your punch plus 4, which is the bonus of Haymaker.
Wow.
And remember, you can also use willpower and chi if you want to really do damage.
Well, thank you, but I'll pass on that as I roll 7 dice.
You roll badly though, because you got 2 successes and 1, which is bad. So that's only 1 damage.
Could I still use a chi,
Yes.
at this moment?
Chi, you can do that. Not willpower, but chi you can.
Well, then I'm going to use a chi, even though I've used up all 3 of my chis right now. Woo! I've got a 10, which means I've got a success.
Okay, so that means 2 extra damage to him, and he goes to 4 points of health. But you still held back, and he still noticed. He lands on the ground. He's a little hurt, and he gets up a little damaged, but he still looks at you and said, "You're still holding back, I can feel it." And it's his turn again in round 4.
You're gonna have to forgive me, mate. It's just, I don't know, I mean, you're my friend, and I just seem to have this innate nature to just hold back all the time. At least when it comes to people I know or like you.
Oh, maybe this can help you. And he's gonna go for a fierce punch, and that's only 1 dice, so it doesn't really matter what kind of defenses you have, because it's only 1 dice. It's not gonna get better than 1. So I'm gonna roll my 1 dice here, 1 die, and that's a failure. He winds up a big punch, and he goes in your direction, but it's way too slow, or maybe you're way too good. Nevertheless, you can dodge it easily, and it's your turn again.
Well, maybe I am a bit of a man that holds back, but at least I'm not far too slow. And I go for my monkey grab punch.
Okay, monkey grab punch. I think we might have a problem with monkey grab punch. No, we don't. You can do your monkey grab punch, no problem. So you're gonna roll dexterity plus punch -2, because monkey grab punch has a -2, minus his defense, which is yours, which is 2, right? So -4. So dexterity plus punch -4.
Which leaves me with 0.
So 1.
So 1. No success.
And as you try your fancy monkey grab punch... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a second. Oh yes, I had decided that you can also add your grab to this. So roll your grab too.
Okay.
Man, it's just not meant to be. You got 3 failures. It's really not meant to be. So as you try your fancy attack, he just turns around just a little bit, and it's enough to dodge you. He says, "Now who's slow here, huh?" Now we go to round 5. It's his turn again. He's gonna go for his big punch again. He's gonna go for low chances of hitting and a lot of damage if he does. That's just 1 die, and he misses again. You dodge once again. This time you duck under his punch. And it's your turn again.
Well, I've got to say, I appreciate you trying to bring the best out in me. But I like to think I'm bringing out the best in you too, mate. And I go for a punch.
You're gonna roll. If you're trying to hit, you're gonna go for dexterity plus punch minus his block, which is 2.
Okay, dexterity plus punch minus his thing, which is 2, leaving me with just 2.
Correcto.
By the way, just a small tangent to the audience at home watching. I apologize. This is my first ever RPG I've ever played.
This is good for the audience because they learn with you.
Oh,
Yes.
That is nice.
I will even teach them a word in Portuguese. So correct in Portuguese is correto. See, they just learned one more thing.
Sounds like we're doing some good services out here.
Yeah, we should get like a Nobel Prize of RPG or something. So that's 2 successes. That was an excellent roll. Your punch hits. So now you're going to go for damage. And damage is your strength plus your punch. Minus his stamina, which is 4. And that's bad news for you because your strength plus punch is only 3. So you're going to roll only 1 die for damage.
I'd like to use a willpower.
You can do that. So you already have 1 success. And good thing you did because you got a failure, but you do have that 1 die. So he goes for 3 life. And on the 6th round, it's him again. And he looks at you and he says, "You know, I don't think we should fight 10 rounds. I'm gonna finish this right here, right now." And he's gonna go for another headbutt. And this is to finish the fight because headbutt is mighty powerful. It's 2 dice minus your block, which is 2. So again, it's just 1 dice. But if it does hit you, you're basically KO'd. And it does hit you. So good luck with that. And he's gonna roll like a bunch of dice. Now it's 11, if I'm not mistaken, minus your stamina. And your stamina is
3.
3. So it's 9. 8. No, again I calculated that wrong. So 8 dice. 1, 2, 3 damage to you. How's your life?
Well, we had agreed that my health was down to 6, so I'm thinking this brings my health down to 3.
And he grabs you by the side of your head, and he winds up back, and then he hits you with his head, and he's pretty sure that KO'd you. So when you take a step back and you're still standing, you can see in his face the surprise. He's shocked and also very proud of you. You can see a smile and you can understand his thoughts and you can understand that he's thinking, "Good man, good for you, that's what I want to see." He's not saying that, but you know he's thinking that. And it's your turn.
Don't tell me you're going soft on me now. You could have easily KO'd me with that hit. And then I go for...
Oh, don't you worry, your KO is coming.
And I'll be here waiting if it's worthy of it. And I go for a grab.
Okay, so dexterity plus grab minus his athletics. And since he does not have an athletics value, he's going to use your athletics value.
Okay, and my athletics value is 1. So you said dexterity plus grab.
Minus athletics, which is 1.
Minus athletics. So 5.
That was a very bad roll though, because you got 2 successes but also 2 ones. So basically that's a 0. Unless you had a cheat to use, but you don't have a cheat. But hey, at least you didn't botch. Botch means getting more ones than successes. And botches are very, very bad. But you didn't get a botch, so that's good.
Thank goodness. I could have used a willpower for that.
So let's say you grab him, but you hesitate for a second, and that second is enough for him to release himself from the grab. And now we go to round 7. If I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong because it's a little difficult to count the rounds. I get too much into the fight and I forget about the rounds, but I think it is. And he goes, "Oh, you want to see a grab? You want to see a grab?" And he's gonna grab you. Now the problem is he doesn't have a value for grab, so he's gonna use yours. So it's gonna be 2 dexterity plus the 3 grab you have, right? There'll be
yes,
5
3.
minus your athletics, which is 1, right? So that'll be 4, and that's 1. So he does hit you. So now for damage plus grab minus your stamina. Let's see if he has strength. Yeah, whoa, he's super strong. So that's 5 plus grab, that's 8 minus your stamina. Stamina is 2, right?
Yes, actually my stamina is 3.
It's 3, okay. So that means that it's 5 plus the 3 for the grab. That's 8 minus 3. So 5. And he gets 1, 2, 3, but also 1. So 2 damage. So he grabs you and throws you to the ground. And you take 2 damage. But you're not KO'd just yet, right?
That's right.
And it's your turn now.
This has been a plenty good workout. Oh my gosh. I can barely stand. Shows how good you are.
Come on, you can do better than that. You can do better than that. Get up from that.
So I go for another kick attempt.
Okay. Dexterity plus kick minus his defense. He's gonna use your block, which is 2, right? So dexterity plus kick minus 2.
Leaving me with 4 and no successes. This has been a very bad roll.
This was a bad roll. And though he is a boxer, just to spite you, he's gonna kick you. He's gonna dodge your kick and try to kick you. And,
I like George.
His kick, he actually has no values for kicks. I'm just gonna say 1 die. I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, this is round 8. Remember, it ends on round 10, one way or another. So, a very bad kick. He tries to kick, and you can see it's the first time in his life that he's throwing a kick. It's pathetic. You don't even call dodge what you do. You just calmly take a step back to avoid the kick, but it's not really. It doesn't really count as a dodge. It's your turn.
Yeah, how is it that a boxer seems to be very, very good at delivering a headbutt, and yet a kick like that occurs?
Some people don't need a headbutt to be taken down, only a kick.
And I'll attempt to grab him once again.
Dex plus grab minus his athletics, which is yours.
Minus athletics, so 5. And rolling.
And that was a good roll. You got all 5 successes. So
yeah,
definitely landed that grab. So now for damage is strength plus grab minus his stamina. He does have good stamina. He has 4 points in stamina. So strength plus grab minus 4.
Leaving me with 1. And I just gotta get this out there. I'm very happy with that roll. And I'm gonna go for a willpower.
Okay, do your willpower grab.
Ooh, that's a good name for the move. Willpower grab! And leaving me with only 1 success, including the willpower, because this...
Wait, you rolled 2 dice?
Pardon me. That's leaving me with...
You had only 1 die, right?
I'm sorry, I see what I did wrong. For some reason, I counted the willpower in that.
So roll again. Okay, that works. So you got a 6 plus the willpower, so you did 2 damage to him. And he goes to 1. How was that grab?
That grab was taking him by the legs and bending him over backwards so he's laying belly flat, and as I'm descending downwards, I'm stretching him out. This is what they call a Boston crab hold. My man SHYOTAZ may be a karate man, but he is also a fan of wrestling.
He used to be on wrestling, right? Though he had a minor role on wrestling.
Yes, he was mostly a joke wrestler.
So after he hits the ground, he gets up very hurt with a lot of difficulty for round 9, which is the penultimate round. He has 1 health, which I believe is your health too, right?
Yep, we're both... This is a close match.
And he goes, "Okay, SHYOTAZ, it's this. My biggest punch. Now you're down." He's gonna go for his fierce punch, which is just 1 die, just to do a lot of damage. It doesn't hit though. Your turn.
Okay. My character is just going to be silent, and I'm going to attempt a kick. I mean a grab.
Okay, then grab away. You remember how it works?
It's dexterity plus grab minus his
stamina, which is your not stamina, sorry, his athletics, which is yours because he doesn't have one.
Okay, so dexterity plus grab minus that. And I'm also going to throw in a willpower,
Okay,
leaving me with no more willpower.
but just so you know, this is to hit, not for damage.
Okay, so I take back what I just said. Not going to add a willpower.
Okay.
Just going to stick with my 5 dice. And this has been an okay roll. 2 successes.
Except you got also a 1, so 1 success.
1 success.
But that is enough. So your grab hits, now you do damage, which is strength plus grab minus his 4 points of stamina.
Strength plus grab minus his 4 points, leaving me with 1.
So you only had 1 die to roll?
No, I had... Sorry, where is my head? So it was strength plus grab minus
4.
athletics? Minus
No,
4.
Minus his stamina, which is 4.
So yeah, I did have 1 dice.
Okay, so that was a 6, which is a success. So you KO him. Tell us about how you KO'd him.
So, I KO him by switching my Boston Crab up into a chokehold, and apparently the chokehold is unintentionally strong enough where he's just out of breath and can no longer fight.
So George is KO'd. He's sleeping like a prince. And now I'm gonna tell you something. You have a chance to recover some of your willpower or your chi by doing what the book calls an honor roll. But actually I will let you roll your glory and your honor. The way it works is once a day, you can only do this once a day. You can roll your circles, your not temporary, your maximum amount of glory and honor. There's another word, it's not maximum, but I forgot. Permanent, that's the word. So you can roll your permanent glory and honor to try to recover. Do you want to do this now? Or do you want to
Yes,
do
I
this
do.
later? Okay, so you're gonna roll 3 dice because you have 1 glory and 2 honor.
Yep. Get it up to 3. And rolling.
So you got 1 success, which means you can restore either 1 chi or 1 willpower.
I'm gonna go with 1 chi, because that's really come in handy.
Okay, so you recover 1 chi. And it takes about 15 minutes for George to get up. Also in these 15 minutes you recover all your health, so you have 11 health again. You don't recover chi or willpower though. So let's give you some points here now. Every fight, not every fight, but every action you do, you might get temporary points of glory or honor. And for this fight, I'm gonna give you 1 point of glory for defeating an opponent. It's a temporary glory. And so after 15 minutes, you see George gets up and he's like, "Oh, yo, how long was I out?"
Oh, just a little moment, like 2 minutes, I think.
You do know you're lying to him, right? It was 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
trying to
Okay.
be a nice guy to him.
Okay. Just so you know. Oh, okay. For a moment I was worried I could miss my interview. But if it's just 2 minutes, I'm okay.
Oh, I forgot all about your interview. Actually, it's been 15 minutes. Is that going to be a problem?
Oh, no, it's okay. 15 minutes, it's okay. I still have time. So you have heard about the interview. I mean, I did send you a message about the interview, but I haven't actually explained. So here's the thing. I've been summoned to do an interview about upcoming Street Fighters. Do you get that? Upcoming Street Fighters, mate? I just decided that I speak mate now. It is a word that I say. I just decided. You get that? That is
Okay.
awesome. I mean, I don't mean to brag, because I know everyone wants to be a Street Fighter. I didn't even want it to be a Street Fighter, but somehow some reporter out there is doing like a piece about upcoming Street Fighters and just send a message to me saying, "Yo, can you drop by this hotel? You know the old hotel down the road? I think what's the name of the hotel again?"
You're gonna have to forgive me, mate. I don't check my emails that frequently, so this is all really exciting, but really new to me.
Oh, it's the G-Force Hotel. You know, it's the name of the hotel, not the first thing that the GM saw in front of him. It's a G-Force Hotel. Yeah, so I'm going to go to the G-Force Hotel at around about, let me take, and he looks at a watch you have on the wall. Yeah, you know, let's see. Oh, about 10 minutes from now. So I'm going there and I'm going to give an interview about upcoming Street Fighters. That is awesome, mate. I mean, I hope it happens to you someday, but I'm very happy.
If I may ask, not to interrupt and not to be rude or anything, but do you know if, say, the Shotokans, Ryu, Ken, or the Sumo Yokozuna E Honda will be there? Perhaps the wild man from Brazil, whose name is... His name is Baraka,
I don't know nothing about that, man. But if they're famous, which it seems they are, but where you're talking, I don't think they're gonna be there. I think this is an interview about new Street Fighters, the young blood, the new generation, and somehow they found me here and they want me to go there, and I'm very excited about it. You know what? You should come too. You should watch it. I mean, I'm not saying you'll be able to talk to them, but you should totally be there, you know?
Wait. Back this train up. Are you saying that I can actually go with you? Me?
Yeah, I'm inviting you.
This is just far too much of a kindness. Thank you so much.
You hear a knock on your open door. There's someone knocking there.
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt. Is this the I don't know, dojo you call the arena of this? What's the name of the guy? SHYOTAZ or something?
Yes, this is the soon-to-be founding dojo and prosperous land of SHYOTAZ. Pursuer of balance.
Nice to meet you, I guess.
This guy that entered the room, let me tell you about how he looks, because I have a drawing of him. Actually, let me introduce him first, because the name might be here on the thing.
My name is Derek Savage. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And he holds his hand to shake yours.
I shake his hand back and say, "Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Savage. Did you come to enroll in my dojo? Did you?" I mean, because that'd be mighty fine if you did. And inside, I'm just so excited and so giddy at the prospect of getting my potential first pupil.
So let me tell you about how Derek looks. Derek is a rough-looking guy. He has long hair right about his shoulders. He wears a red bandana, a red shirt, also a black jacket over his shirt, and some black gloves, like motorcycle gloves, like kind of open gloves, you know. And he's wearing jeans, kind of partially torn down jeans on the knees. And I'm gonna read what the book says about him here. Derek appears much weaker than he actually is. His compact build and perpetual slouch lead many opponents to underestimate him. In the ring or out, Derek wears a black tank top, jeans, boots, and a biker jacket. He wears his brown hair long and messy, and doesn't shave often. His eyes, however, blaze with blue intensity. Anyone who meets his gaze can see the power that drives him. He tends to act nonchalant and casual. The more serious the subject, the less seriously he seems to take it. And Derek looks at you and says,
"Oh, no, not at all. I actually came here to challenge you, if that's okay."
Hey everybody, Edu the CammyPlayer here, and this is the end of World Warrior, episode 11. If you enjoyed the content, don't hesitate to drop us a comment and tell us all about your favorite characters. If you want to contact me directly, you can go either to youtube.com/CammyPlayer, facebook.com/CammyPlayer, or, wait for it, twitter.com/CammyPlayer. Anyways, I really hope you have fun listening to this, and we'll be back next week.